when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Mike's 40. Mike's 40. Here we go. Where are they, team?
On play action, Mariota. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On second down, Mariota again. And that's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here's Mariota. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To the air again, Mariota. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Meanwhile, here a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. Now on 2nd and 16, Mariota. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kaiser White. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Ready, go. Go.
On 1st and 10, Spencer. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Minnesota. 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 12-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey. Boy.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
You got to get the ball. D, get the ball right here. Let's go. 6-6. Pull it high. Ready?
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to fourth down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is right there. It's good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On second down now, it's Hines. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. On first and 10, here's Mariota. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Nyheim Hines, but it's going to be second down.
Leads to second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35. Throwing is Mariota. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and they're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 23.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
They go play action here on first down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Lions have taken the lead. Good bounce-back drive right there. Through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
You ain't going nowhere. SOS. Quickstone, Travis. SOS. Now.
Throwing again. Spencer. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 58 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run with Cook. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Lions' 7-yard line.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
You draw Corker.
Now Cook running right. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Spencer. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now a give right side. Hines. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And just like that, it's third down. Now Mariota. And that will be incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Off the play fake. Spencer. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they are backed up as far as they can be. They're going to start this drive at their own 1.
And it was on this very site in the old Metrodome. Obviously, this is a new stadium. But remember, Tony Dorsett broke off a 99-yard touchdown run on a Monday night game against the Vikings, one that we'll remember for the ages.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Hines. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Mariota. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday I'll press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Looking to throw on second down. Spencer. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Hey, Haywood. 52. Hey, get in the way here. 552.
From the gun on 3rd down. Spencer. And he's able to find Diggs. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
At the 40-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
552. Hey, Echo.
Operating from the gun. Spencer. Man open. It's Moss complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. I'm coming after you.
Mariota. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. But the passing game right now for them not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week, he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
This is Johnson. He's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Mariota again. Looking deep downfield. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. They were looking for Johnson that time. And now it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's a loss of 3 on what should be the final play of the first half. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects. Tendency.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. Spencer. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Set, ready? 30 base. Hey, zoom. Mike 52, Mike 52. Get him, get him, get him. Get it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Spencer. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
It's 2nd down.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now Mariota. And he's going to go down again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
From the gun, Mariota. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's fourth down.
And we're into the second half now. And this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Push it back. Never mind, 52. So don't say nothing. 52's the mic, boys. 52. Let's go.
To throw on second down. Spencer going deep for Diggs. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for first and 10. Cook following the penalty. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. First down, here's the run with Cook. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On third down, Cook. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, my 7. My 40, my 40. Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
Here's the 2nd and 7. It's caught. Smith. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Got it. Check my 40. Target, 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 target.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 6 yards and a first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They run again on first down. Cook able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Larry Ogunjobi in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Throwing, Mariota. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Check it back.
3rd and long here for Mariota. And that is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Fourth down, Mariota. He finds his man Johnson. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. First down, Mariota. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On second down, it's Hines. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Buying time to his left. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown as they are able to cut into that lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Here's Mariota. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way now. It's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, you get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Again, it's Cook, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line. Yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, look at the juke. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Mariota on first down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. To throw is Mariota. To the catch made by Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Chopper. 3. 1.
To the air again, Mariota. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On 3rd down, Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Mariota to throw for it on 4th. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
The quarterback keeps it. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Vikings, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for Detroit, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not